So today we've got a little yoga video for you. Hey guys, on an inhale, you're going to reach your arms up overhead, extending tall. And as you exhale, you're going to drop the left arm down towards the floor, placing the palm on the ground, bending the elbow if it's available to you. Just trying to keep both sit bones down on the ground. You can kind of flow in and out of it with the breath. So taking nice deep breaths into the nose and out through the mouth. And just stretching out the muscles through the side body. Breathing in through those obliques, stretching out the ribs, and just really loosening up. And whenever you're ready, you can just slowly on an inhale come to center. And as we exhale, we'll come down to the other side, placing the right palm on the floor, bending the elbow again if it's available to you, and simply flowing in and out with the breath. Inhaling up, exhaling down, and just extending out the side body. Really waking up that connective tissue and just getting nice and deep. Saying good morning to the body. On another inhale, we'll come up to center. This time as we exhale, we'll drop the left hand back behind us, right hand onto the left knee. Inhale and growing tall through the spine. And as you exhale, gently twisting, looking over the left shoulder, if it's available to you. Maybe you're just looking a little over towards the side. What we're doing here is we're twisting out the spine just slightly, nothing too deep here at the beginning of our practice. You might also feel a stretch through the shoulder. And just breathing in the body, a couple nice deep breaths here, 3 to 5. And on the exhale, coming back to center before we switch sides, going over. And always inhaling up and exhaling down. Making sure that we grow tall before we twist. We want to get the full extension of the spine before we try and rotate it. So we want to extend out all the space between the vertebrae before we rotate around and we get this nice yummy twist. Just really loosen things up before we begin to practice. And again, just 3 to 5 breaths on this side, whatever you feel comfortable with. Taking your time before coming back to center. Give a couple neck rolls. I always like to kind of loosen up. I go around a couple times, look left and right, up and down, and twist around and do whatever feels nice and good for you. And just loosening up the thoracic spine, that upper portion. And you can flow with the breath. You can just kind of move around. And then we're going to shake it out and move into our tabletop position, coming onto the hands and knees. Wrists are underneath the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips with a nice flat back. On an inhale, we're going to drop the belly, lift the tailbone, lift the gaze as we come into cow pose. Before exhaling, arching the back, dropping the head and tucking the tailbone for our cat. And we're just going to flow between these two a couple times. Inhaling to your cows and exhaling back to your cat. So we're really just flexing out the spine. Feel free to move forwards and back. You can bend the elbows. I always like to scoop down into my cows. And just really just moving the spine around, loosening it up. Because most of the time we have a nice stiff back in the morning, so we really want to get it all nice and loose. Again, feel free to push forwards and back between your cats and cows. Just nice deep breaths. From here, we'll walk the hands out further towards the end of the mat, melting the heart down towards the floor, and letting the forehead come to rest down on the mat as we come into puppy dog pose or melting heart pose. This is really going to open up your shoulders through the back body, so you'll really feel it through the shoulder blades and all the muscles through the back of the body and the back of the shoulders. And so we're just going to hang out here for a couple deep breaths. This is really going to warm us up for our downward dogs. So simply allowing gravity to pull you down into the posture, not forcing anything, but just opening up those shoulders a little bit. And again, 3 to 5 breaths is good for any posture. This is just a short morning routine, so taking it at your pace and holding postures as long as you'd like. And whenever you're ready to come out of it, you just come on out of it. I like to hang out in puppy dog a little bit longer, but slowly pressing back up towards the hands. We'll come up back towards the tabletop before tucking the toes and extending the legs, coming into our plank. Nice flat back here. Again, the wrists are under the shoulders. And from here, we're going to lift the hips up high in the air as we come into our first down dog. So feel free to pedal it out here. In your down dog, the heels are anchoring down towards the ground. The hips are high in the air. The head is dropped down between the biceps, and the hands are pressing out of the mat. We're pressing out of the earth here. And again, the heart is melting back towards the thighs, just like in our puppy dog pose. So we're just going to hang out here for a couple breaths, breathing into those hamstrings. You're really going to feel this stretch through the back of the legs as well. On an inhale, we look forward, walking the feet up on the exhale, and then inhaling to a halfway lift, extending the spine, looking far out in front of you, and then exhaling, folding down. On another inhale, we're going to slowly roll up, coming into our Tadasana mountain pose. Arms are extended up towards the sky, so we're nice and tall here. We're rooted through the feet. Feel free to rock forwards and back here, finding that center through your feet. So really grounding the heels and the ball of the foot, all four corners of the foot, digging down into the ground. Nice and stable here. I always like to play around my mountain pose. The shoulders are softened away from the ears. And then on an exhale, we'll bring the hands down to heart center. Pausing for a moment. Before inhale, extending back up towards the sky, and then exhale, fold back down, nice and easy. Inhale halfway once again, and then exhale, fold. Planting the hands on the mat, we'll step back to our plank posture, shoulders over wrists. Inhale, push forward on the toes. As you exhale, drop the knees, release the feet, and bend the elbows in close to the body, lowering yourself all the way to the ground. On an inhale, we're going to lift up to our baby cobra pose. We're lifting through the shoulders, slight baby back bend here. You're really going to feel this in the low back. Just hanging out here for a breath or two, and on an exhale, lowering down. We're going to flow in and out of this like we did with the cats and cows. So inhale up to your cobra, and exhale back down. One more time. We inhale up to our cobra, nice and easy. As you exhale, tuck the toes, come up onto the knees, and then we're going to spring back up into our downward dog. Again, feel free to walk it out here. We're going to float through this a couple more times, adding and changing a few things. So inhale, look forward, walking the feet up. Inhale, halfway lift, nice flat back. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, rise all the way up to Tadasana, mountain pose. And this time as you exhale, bring the hands down to heart center. Inhale, press the hands back up. As you exhale, drop the left hand back behind you, right arm out in front of you, maybe looking over the left shoulder, slight twist. Inhale to center. Exhale, we're going to open up towards the other side, trying to keep the hips squared to the front here. Inhale, back to center. Flowing with your breath, exhale to the left, opening up, twisting the spine and opening up the shoulders. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right one more time. And we'll inhale back to center. Before on the exhale, we fold back down. Inhale, halfway lift, extend the spine. Exhale, fold. Hands are on the mat, step back, find that plank once again. So you have two options here. You can drop the knees for modified chaturanga or just bend the elbows in close to the body for full. Inhaling either to up dog or baby cobra. With up dog, the arms are extended, trying to get the tops of the thighs off the ground. And as you exhale, we'll find our way back into down dog. Once again, taking a breath or two here. Now, if you're feeling nice and warm, we're going to go through this one more time. Inhale, look forward. You can float your feet forward this time if you want to. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, we'll fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to Tadasana. Exhale, hands come down to heart center. Inhale, press it up nice and tall towards the sky. And exhale, fold down towards the floor. Inhale, halfway lifts. Exhale, fold it back down. Step back, find your plank. Inhale, push forward on the toes. Exhale, chaturanga or modified. Inhaling to your up dog or baby cobra. Exhale, back to your down dog. All right, now that we got some blood flowing, we're just going to walk the feet forward and just have a nice little seat, extending the legs out in front of us nice and long. Feel free to shake them out if you want to. So we're going to inhale the arms up nice and tall. We're going to fold nice and loose on the exhale. So nice flat back, let the hands fall wherever they may. And then on the inhale, we're going to extend the spine and exhale, fold back down. We're going to do this multiple times. So just inhale, extend the spine, and exhale, fold down. Playing with the hamstrings, being nice and gentle with them. It doesn't have to be a deep fold. You don't have to be able to reach your toes. Maybe you say hi to Olivia as she walks by. But we're just going to flow in and out of this fold a couple times, and then we'll inhale, sitting up nice and tall. So from here, we're going to bring the soles of the feet together as we come into Baddha Konasana, or butterfly pose. Feel free to flutter the knees a little bit, loosen up the hips. On an inhale, we're going to sit up tall once again, like a string is pulling the head up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, we're going to fold forward with a nice flat back, really feeling a stretch to the inner hips or through the hip flexors here. So maybe taking a couple breaths to go down, taking a deep breath, inhaling, and as you exhale, folding a little further. Inhale and exhale. You can use the elbows to open up the thighs here and kind of keep the knees down towards the floor. And whenever you find your comfortable spot, just hang out for a couple nice deep breaths, opening up the insides of the legs, and again, just allowing gravity to pull you down towards the floor. We don't want to force anything too early in the morning, nothing too crazy. And once again, you hang out here as long as you'd like to. I usually like to hang out for a little bit, maybe about 7 to 10 breaths. And then whenever you want to come up, just inhale, slowly roll it up, nice and easy. Shake it out a little bit. And from here, we're going to come down onto our backs. We're going to bring the knees in towards the chest, give them a hug, and just rock around. Massage the low back down into the ground. You can go side to side. You can make a couple circles if you want to. We're just showing that lower back some love after all that folding. If you do make some circles, maybe go one way and then reverse directions and go the other. Just really roll out that low back. And then whenever you're ready, we'll just start to extend our legs out towards the end of the mat, letting the feet fall open and outward towards the sides. Bringing the arms down with the sides with palms facing up, and the eyes begin to close as we come into Shavasana, our final resting posture, corpse pose. Simply relaxing down into the mat for 3 to 5 minutes, remaining as still as possible and just letting go of everything else, finding some peace for just a little while. So that's a little bit of yoga for you guys, just kind of get you up in the morning, get you moving, get you awake, the blood flowing and everything kind of going and stuff. Nothing super serious. This is all pretty basic stuff. The sun salutations are a version of Surya Namaskar. But yeah, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want more yoga stuff and more like types of yoga, like I'm working on a series for yoga for anxiety and stuff like that. So if that's the kind of stuff you want to see, leave a comment down below and see you guys later.